Hello. We're here with Jess. Hi, Jess.
Hello.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you, guys.
You're going to do productivity things. Is that right?
I have a lot of video editing needs doing, and I might potentially also look back at. I'm trying to write fight scenes at the moment for my book, and I've got a book that's helping me write that. If that makes any sense, I've got a how-to write fight scenes book, and I'm currently doing my homework. So yeah,
It's
my
important to
friend.
have homework, to be honest.
Exactly. My
I've just
friend.
started a French class with my mum, and she gave us homework, and I was like, I haven't had homework in like 15 years. It's so exciting.
As I say, the last time I had homework was, they were university readings. So do university readings count?
Yeah,
No.
kind of.
Yeah. I mean, the last time I got set homework, it was 2014. So
Long time ago.
a long time ago. But yeah, my friend in America who's a published writer, Vanessa Rassanen, highly recommend. I'm being a bad fan today, and I'm wearing the wrong bookish merch, but oh well.
No.
My Tommy Murphy jersey is in my bag behind me. I could very easily grab it. Anyway, she recommended this book because it helped her with a couple of her fight scenes in her pirate fantasy series, and she also commissioned the writer of this help book to help her with one specific fight scene in particular. If you've read On These Black Sands, the bit in Foxhaven with Declan on the beach, that bit was the bit that she had help with, and it's
Nice.
I'll just say that.
Ooh, like support it.
But yeah.
And what's Vanessa's book called?
It's called. I'll just grab it for you.
Look at me helping you work. I'm such a good friend.
It's called Fight Right by Carla
No,
Hart.
I meant Vanessa's book, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Vanessa's book is called On These Black Sands. It's the first book in the Aisling Sea trilogy. From These Dark Depths came out last month, and With These Last Breaths comes out next August.
So exciting.
I'll just say the cliffhanger for the second book was just as bad, if not worse, than the first book.
Oh,
I messaged her going, dude, what the hell? And she was just like, I knew you'd be cross with me.
I knew you like it.
But yeah, the help book is this one.
Fight Right
by Carla Hoch. I don't know how you pronounce her last name.
Interesting.
But I've read the first chapter, and I've already been like highlighting and underlining stuff and writing in the margins, just stuff that I know, like little notes to myself. So this applies to this character, or this applies to this character, etc.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, it's really helpful. If you want, highly recommend if you're an author.
Sorry. Nice.
Mother in the background.
Oh dear.
What are you reading at the moment?
I'm reading The Lost Man by Jane Harper.
Mm-hmm.
I am 190 pages in. It's my third Jane Harper. I'm hoping that the ending will have me a bit more than the previous two, because the previous two, I really enjoyed them, but the endings just kind of disappointed me a little bit. I felt they were a bit predictable.
I hate books like that.
Yeah, I was just... Yeah, like all the characters were really interesting, and I was really intrigued to see where it would go. I guess it was quite realistic in the sense that nothing hugely dramatic happened, and it was somewhat predictable. But I was just a bit like, after all the stuff I've heard about Jane Harper, I was a bit like, a little bit disappointed that there wasn't something bigger. And I've also got It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover.
Ooh,
which I haven't started, but I'm technically buddy reading it with Shah from Thoroughly Enjoyed Books. So I don't know if she started it yet, so I've got it with me just in case she has.
I've heard so much about it. Like, yeah, I've heard so much about it, and I don't know whether I want to get into it or whether I want to.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. It was from a charity shop, and it was like £1. So I thought, why not give it a try? But yeah, and then Shah said she'd bought it, and I was like, well, why don't we bloody read it? Because I've never read a Colleen Hoover. So, do I give it a go? Let us know in the comments what you're reading.
Yeah.
One singular viewer that joined us. Are we good to do 45, or do you want to
Yeah.
do a
Yeah,
shorter? Okay,
45 is good for me. Yeah, especially when I'm editing.
cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. Right, I think we might jump straight in.
Awesome.
You know, tends to be more people show up a bit later on. So.
Well,
Cool. Well,
I'm not in work until midday tomorrow, so
oh, nice. You've got plenty
mm,
of time tonight.
yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Ignore
I
me. I'm
might
just
just change my name and say that I'm reading The Lost Man. I'm not loving it like I liked her other ones. It's a lot slower paced.
yeah,
Yeah. But then I'm 200 pages in and only the first twist has just happened. So I'm like,
yeah,
oh. As in, like, the first clue has just been
yeah.
given, and it's like, oh, okay. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see.
Hopefully it gets better for you.
Yeah, hopefully. Right. I will see you in 45.
Fabulous.
Sorry about that.
out. She's kicked me out, folks.
Sorry. I was trying to remove the timer from the stream, and I'm just getting rid of you.
I see where I stand in the scheme of things.
Sorry.
Oh dear. How did you do?
I did really well. I read about 50 pages. Which is pretty good for me, considering. So how many pages? Yeah, about 50, 55. Good chunk. I'm now 250 pages in.
Nice.
So it's definitely picking up the pace.
Nice.
It's like every chapter there's something new.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, what's that about?
Intriguing.
How about you?
I am nearly at the end of editing, like roughly the first draft of this video. So it's Edinburgh Day 2.
Nice.
And I managed to cut about 4 minutes worth of footage that didn't need to be there. So
productive.
Yeah.
I like it.
The first 15 minutes of that sprint, I'm not gonna lie, we're spent scrolling.
I had noticed because you tagged me in the story. I was like,
it was social media work, so, and also just ignore the Baz Pitch fan art that I've been looking at. Because as we all know, I am Snowbaz trash. And when one of my favorite fan artists, who is also on the Discord server and is just an amazing human being, update, I'm just like, I must got to be there. But anyway,
it's mine. It's mine.
Yeah, you know what I was saying about on these Black Sand earlier. If you don't know, I was on the street team for this wonderful book, plus its sequel, From These Dark Depths, and its author told me to get this because Vanessa is a friend and I love her and I trust her judgment, basically. Yes, I love this book. I love these pirates, specifically this pirate. All the street team, literally all of the street team, we all got Vanessa's new line of bookmarks that she's got for all three of them. As a thank you for being on the street team. So you can buy these from Vanessa's shop. You can get Tommy. That's Declan and Adler, but Tommy. And they are double-sided. So they have quotes.
Nice.
So, yes. I love this cinnamon roll so much. If you hadn't already guessed. So yeah, that's my little subtle plug for my friend's book. I should also probably plug An Absolute Bloody Disaster as well while I'm here. You like vampires, sassy, sarky, trope reversals, grumpy and sunshine romance. Check out An Absolute Bloody Disaster by Lindsay Clement. A Ruthless Bloody Betrayal is coming out now in January. So excited.
Nice.
I've read the prologue and already it's just like even better. I'm on that street team as well.
I have nothing to plug.
Plug the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, the YouTube channel that I have that I don't use. Yes, I did recently film a book haul because I went to a charity shop and I was like, I bought 10 books, including the Colleen Hoover. But editing,
I hate editing so much.
It's so boring.
Abhor it, except when it comes together and or if it's like an experimental thing.
Yeah,
I really cannot stand editing at all.
It's just so boring.
The only time I would enjoy it was when I was doing bullet journal stuff way back when. And
you should do more of that. I really liked that content.
I was doing bullet journal stuff and I was able to just mute everything because I didn't have the voiceover done yet and there was no music in the background, so I could mute it and stick an audiobook on.
Nice.
But I can't do that
with talking vlogs or
no, you cannot do that
when you have to talk at the camera. It's so tedious. If I had any money, I would pay someone to do my editing because I just hate it.
I'm trying to like develop my own editing style as well. Sorry, I can't stop playing with my hair. I washed it last night and it's super soft.
It's very heavy.
Autism tics. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, editing. Can't stand it. I can't stand it when I'm editing the book. Can't stand it when I'm editing videos. Just don't like it. It's just no, not a fun time. Not a fun time.
Yeah. Hi,
Hi.
Hattie. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
I've never read a Julie Cooper.
I've never heard of Julie Cooper, so
she's the one that has they're like, doesn't she do a lot of writing romances? I'm gonna look it up. Cooper.
No idea.
Julie Cooper books. Yes, let me share my screen. Oh, there we go. Try that. Share screen, Chrome tab. Oh my god, I've got too many tabs open. They're like riding, like horse riding books.
Oh yeah.
I think. Oh my god, look how many there are.
My Hattie comes back and goes, "No, it's a different Julie Cooper," and we're all just like, "Okay."
Yeah, wouldn't that be hilarious?
It's like it's not the Phil Lester that wrote Tabinoff or anything. It's Phil Lester that wrote The Science of Wasps or whatever that book is.
I've never heard of that one. Oh, I didn't want to share that. Just there we go. Cool. Secrets of the Dark. Secrets of the Dark.
Bam, bam, bam.
You'll have to tell us a bit more about the Julie Cooper. And yeah, Secrets of the Dark sounds good. Hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry. That sucks.
But hey, you get kind of bookish banter while you do it, so it's all good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, everyone forgets about the times up. I chose a different one this time because
Pomodoro scares the shit out of us.
Yeah, it tends to scare the shit out of everybody that uses it. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, the cat meowing scares the crap out of me." And this one's Ghibli themed, which I like. And it's very sorry.
I said you can't go wrong with.
That's exactly what I think. Yes, please tag me in it on Instagram.
Yes,
yeah, and tag Jess as well at J_Nipper.
No, Jess_bookpress.
Oh,
I don't use my personal one pretty much at all anymore.
Oh, I think I think the description actually has your old one on
it. For context, this is now my one that I use.
Not the one that's in the description. Don't use that one.
No, I literally don't post it anymore.
That's a shame.
I should do, but yeah.
I mean, it makes sense to just have them all on one thing, I guess. That's the right Julie Cooper. That's good. Trashy polo. I thought it was horse racing. I was like, oh, it's horse racing, but it's actually polo. But you know,
yeah, from my red, white, and roll blue experience, I can see that it's a romance. Yeah.
That tracks. Oh, that sounds fun. What are you gonna play? Nice. Thanks for joining anyway.
Yes, lovely having you.
Thanks for coming along. I do love my Friday night sprints. So
it's good fun.
Make me very happy.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Yes. Thank you for updating me. Sorry?
It's nice for me to actually have a Friday off.
Yeah, that's unusual.
I get them occasionally. For context, my days off are usually Monday and Tuesday, so I've had Monday, Tuesday, and Friday this week. So,
it's
nice.
Wow. Spoilt for time off choice.
I know. And then I got Monday, Tuesday off again, so I'm only in work 2 days, and I can't wait.
Oh, that's gonna be good. What do you do on your days off? What are you up to this time?
So next day off, so Monday, the car's going to the garage because I have no reversing lights.
Oh no!
So I need to get my reversing lights fixed, and it's good that it's happening this week because next Monday, as in the Monday after, so the 19th, I'm going to Cardiff.
Oh, cool! That's gonna be fun.
Dan Howell is touring, and I got tickets to go and see him.
Amazing! You'll have to let me know how that goes.
I'm so
I'd
excited.
love to see him.
I'm going to see Marriott again. I haven't seen Marriott since Edinburgh last October. So it's going to be good. And then I'm literally seeing her again 2 weeks after that because then we fly to Paris.
You're going to have a Heartstopper Paris trip.
Literally. The next couple of months are insane. I've got Cardiff on the 19th, Paris the 4th to the 9th. Then I've got Set It Off in London on the 11th, COVID permitting. I hope to God it doesn't get scheduled again. And then I've got Rise Against 10 days after that in London. So, and then also 5 days after that is my Panto performance date. So,
nice. Busy time for you.
Literally, yeah, I'm non-stop from now until 26th November.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Fun.
Crazy,
I like
crazy
being
life.
busier. I'm not a big fan of being not busy and being a bit. I've recently been quite bored in the evenings, particularly. So hence why I started doing the Friday night sprints.
Yeah, that's why I started doing them in lockdown. But now I'm too tired to be bored.
You just are like, I want to go to sleep.
Yeah, I go to bed now.
I go sleep.
Yeah, I just take a nap right here.
Yes. I fall asleep right here. Yeah, I do take regular and daily naps.
Oh, I can't nap like during the day, but when I go to sleep, I go to sleep. Like I drop.
You're like, I'm gone. Yes. My mum was saying that she starts to get really tired at like 2:00, 3:00. And so when she goes home from the museum at 3, she just sits on the couch and falls asleep for the next couple hours. And I was like, yeah, I now take a nap at 2:00 every day.
I
For an
wish I
hour.
could do that because that's either when I've just started work or I'm just about to start work, and I'm just like,
yeah. I've been working since 9 a.m. So I'm just like, I'm good now. I'm good now. Perks of being self-employed.
Yeah, literally. Downside of working for a supermarket.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Shift work. Oh well. It pays for Paris, so.
Well, true. And as long as no one's, being too awful to you.
We're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
No, we're not. Shall we do another 45? I was like, oh, I'm so ready to do a lot of reading tonight. And then about 30 minutes into that sprint, I was like, sleepy. It's like, no. Oh, don't know what's wrong with me today.
Well, I'm ready to go. I am ready to go as long as you want to. So
okay, I might do 3 sprints tonight just because it's been a long couple days.
Yeah, no worries.
So yeah, we'll do another sprint now. Let us know what you're reading.
Yes.
In the comments. And we'll do another 45.
Woo!
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
That was like literally the perfect timing, just as I paused editing, like on that clip.
Nice. Well, that's really bright in my eyes. I got to the end of a chapter and had like a minute left, so I stopped.
Uh,
I could not stop yawning in that last. I could not stop yawning in the second half of that sprint. Oh my god, my brain. It's been a really busy week though, so I guess
hmm,
kind of makes sense.
yeah.
How'd you get on?
I have finished the rough edit. I'm now putting in like where there needs to be titles, and then I'll go and do those in PowerPoint. Uh, so yeah, I'm
Nice,
I finished the rough edit, so I'm just finalizing stuff now.
sweet, making good progress.
This should be up on Sunday, so woo!
Oh, nice. That's soon.
Yeah, because it's Sunday's video that I have neglected to edit.
Oh,
Because I'm clever. I was originally going to put this one, like the first one, up on Friday, so it was going to be a Friday upload, like my regular Friday.
yeah.
Then I completely forgot that I had unlisted it for patrons to access. Follow me on Patreon. And I was just like, let's just pretend that I originally wanted this to go up on Sunday instead, and it's going to go up on Sunday. So yeah, that's
That's
the
typical. Typical. Um, I managed. Oh my god! Stop it. I managed definitely time for the last sprint.
Yeah,
I managed to get almost to 300 pages. So
nice.
yeah, and it's only like 410 pages long. So
Mm-hmm.
if I can get to 350 tonight, I can finish it off tomorrow morning,
Mm-hmm.
which is gonna be good. Feels good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Um, it's getting a bit more tense actually. Things are cropping up, and it's like that's weird. And like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen with that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like quite a few different alleys that could go down. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, hopefully it doesn't end up disappointing me at the end. So,
Fingers
fingers
crossed.
crossed.
I hate it when you
Definitely.
have a book that you get really into, and then suddenly like the ending is just like, oh god damn it. Like
Yeah.
I was reading it, and like I didn't enjoy it in the end, and I don't support the author in any way, shape, or form. This before I found out about it. When I read Where the Crawdads Sing, the ending completely ruined everything for me. I kind of wish that they kept it open ended, but they gave you a yes or no. Did she do it?
Um, you'll
And
have to message me what happens because I'm not going to read it and I'm not going to watch the film. So you'll have to message me and tell me what happens.
then
Um, oh, okay, good to know.
yeah,
That's kind of what I suspected. So yeah,
yeah,
that's a shame.
yeah. I
I
kind of wish it had been open ended, but hey ho.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of open-ended endings,
Mm.
but I think
I
in
think
some cases it kind of works.
certain ones do it really well. Like, and I'm gonna be like just my typical snowballs trash here. But Rainbow Rowell likes open-ended endings, and Anywhere the Wind Blows is kind of an open-ended book, and I love that the final book of the
Nice.
trilogy is open-ended like that. Because literally, the
Okay.
epilogue is one paragraph about a secondary main character, and it's just like I hated it initially because I was just like, where are my boys at a year later? I want to know where they are. But
Yeah,
you get Agatha a year later, and it's just like, okay, this is really cool, and it's just like a literal single paragraph. Uh,
nice.
and she ends everybody on kind of like an open note so she could return to it, and she technically is with Scattered Showers. There's a Snowball's short story in there,
Mhm.
but it's still left open that she could still return in like a bigger way, and I like that she's done that. The more I've read it, the more I appreciate it, and I think that is an example of a good open ending.
That's good. That
So
does sound good.
yeah,
I'm trying to think of ones that I've read where it's been done well.
like to say that I to clarify, we're not saying about
Hmm.
ambiguous endings, we're saying about open endings. And I think the
Yes.
two are different.
Yeah, that's very true. I hadn't thought of that.
Mm.
Yeah. I just, when it comes to like thrillers and whodunits, if the whodunit isn't compelling, um, if it's kind of basic,
Mm.
somewhat disappointing, and that's kind of what happened with the two Jane Harpers that I read. Um, the first one, the ending was I didn't see that I didn't see that particular character coming.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my mum was like, "Oh yeah, it was obvious it was going to be them," and I was like, "Oh, it wasn't obvious to me at all."
Mm.
Um, and then the
There are
second
ways
one, it
that
hit me at the very beginning that that it might have been this person, and I was like, "No, no, no, that's too easy."
the
And it
ways
was.
that there are ways that it could be really compelling if you like, oh my god, I think I've worked it out, but let's see how it gets there. Like if you guess it early
Yeah,
on, it can still be compelling. And there are ways that also one that comes totally out of left field and you didn't expect can be compelling as well. But when it
yeah,
there's nothing um hinted to it,
yeah.
absolutely nothing, and it's just like, oh, this character that you completely discounted that you had no idea was even relevant. Oh yes, it's relevant.
Yeah, that I don't like. It's not my kind of thing.
I'm just not really a thriller person. I don't tend to read crime or thriller. The only
I didn't
mystery,
pull the share.
the only things that I tend to read like that are the Falco series by Lindsay Davis. But that's
Mm.
because I love the Roman setting and I love Falco himself because he's just like, what have who have I pissed off today? Why have the gods forsaken me? Sort of thing. It's just like new flavor of the week. Who was Falco crossed the like double crossed or has thrown him under the proverbial bus this time?
Nice.
It's just like you poor son of a bitch. Literally, I love him so much because he's just so
Oh,
downtrodden, but he just
yeah.
keeps going.
I really like the Thursday Murder Club book. I know everybody's raving about it,
Mm,
and I liked the ending of that. I liked that one because you would get it would lead you in one direction, and you'd sort of be like, "Oh, well, maybe it's that person," and then they would confess to something, and it wouldn't be what you thought it was.
mm,
And at the very end, who did it? You kind of saw that it was them, but it also you didn't know why, which I thought was really clever.
mm,
Kind of keeping you on your toes in that sense.
mm.
Um,
To say
Hattie
Hattie's
is
something
commenting
about.
about Crawdads. It felt like a race to the finish, as if it had been
Mm,
written knowing, oh, interesting,
yeah,
the line was looming. That's interesting.
or
My
maybe
aunt read it as well, and so she liked it. Sorry?
a court case, real life court case, because the author is
Oh,
being
was it
kept.
based on a real life court case?
No, no, the author just should be strung up for murder and things like that. But still, have you not heard like all the things going on about it?
No. I
Oh,
haven't read the book.
basically, her and her husband went to Africa to kill poachers. hmm That's like the
Whoa.
really, really basic. But yeah, there's a lot more intricacies to it. But yeah, a lot of controversy around it now.
Wow.
But she is actually a biologist and all that sort of stuff. So that's why all of the stuff that she does in the story, like she basically becomes a biologist. She teaches herself natural history and things like that because she lives in the marshes. But
Oh,
there's a lot of
that's
controversy.
nuts.
Yeah, I didn't
Dang.
know that when I read it at the time, but yeah.
Yeah. Book endings always get me thinking about what happens narratively if the books continue beyond the ending. Yeah. That's why series are great. Because you're like, oh, I get to see this character again.
Mm.
Yes.
I just think like, everybody raved about it, and it was like a book top staple, and it got hyped up so much that when I read it, it was a little disappointing, and I struggled to get through it. I was just like, oh, it's going to be a compelling mystery. We're going to flip back and forth between the present and the past and see how she got here, and it's going to really make you question things. And I'm just like, everything was laid out so easily, like there was no way it could have gone any other way, and
Oh.
that's what annoyed me. It's just like, I knew the outcome before it even said, and it's just like they're going to leave this ambiguous because I want to have that option, but it was just like, no, no, this is what happened. And it was all tied up neatly in a bow at the end as well. Like her life was tied up quite neatly, and I was just like, no, I'm a
I
sucker
don't
for
believe it. Yeah.
I'm a sucker for romance, but it didn't feel right.
Mm. Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it was a letdown, and
Me
I think
too.
that's why I struggle with some hype books. Like some book talk hype books have really been like 4 or 5 stars for me. So Song of
Mm.
Achilles and They Both Die at the End are 5-star reads for me, and Evelyn Hugo's a 4-star, but that's just because I don't do lit fic that often.
Mm. But
And
still, 4 stars pretty high.
mm, mm,
Yeah.
um, and also the only reason I couldn't give Evelyn a 5-star was because the way that she and Monique had connected is so thrown in last minute, and it's so hyped up to be this massive reveal, and it is a massive reveal, but at the same time it felt a bit cheap.
Mm.
But that's just my personal opinion. I love the whole book. I love the romance. I love the drama and the realness of it, and
Yeah.
how morally grey every single character is in that.
Mm.
But yeah, Weather Crawdads so hyped up that I was really actually quite disappointed with it, and I think I will lower my rating on
Yeah.
Goodreads to maybe a 3 instead of a 4.
Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah.
My friend read it and just was like, it was pretty shit. It's like, oh, okay.
When I
I
was
wasn't
reading it,
intending on reading it.
yeah, when I read it, when I was like, actively reading it, I enjoyed it, what I was reading, but it took a lot to pick up. It was one of
Yeah.
those books. And then looking back on it, the less I really care.
Yeah.
The only thing I care about the film is Taylor Swift's new song, and I'm just like, I need to listen to it at some point.
I need to listen to a Taylor Swift song because I've never really listened to Taylor Swift. So.
I like Taylor Swift. I do like her music, and what I've heard of Carolina is really good. So yeah.
Nice.
But anyway,
I might actually have to call it because I'm feeling really
are you
tired.
that tired?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
so sorry. We've been planning on doing this for a while, and I'm just kind of like, oh, yeah, I don't think I can do another 45 or
no,
really half an hour, I don't think.
no worries, darling.
I'm sorry. I went to the hospital with my mum and her friend today, and I sat in the back seat, and I get really bad car sickness when I'm in the back
Mm,
seat, and it just is. My head is still like aching, so
mm-hmm,
I think it's just. I think it's time to call it. Unfortunately,
mm, no
sorry,
worries.
guys.
That's
Oh, it's just yeah. I'm not. It was so weird because I felt really nauseous on the way there, and then we had lunch, and I felt a lot better. And then I, at the back in the back seat on the way back, I made sure that I like sat like this so that I could see directly out of the
okay.
front windscreen, and that helped, but not
Yeah,
really that much. So now my head is just like,
yeah.
my head is like, kill me.
I know that feeling.
Oh, this is why I drive, or at
Mm-hmm.
least sit in the front seat.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Jess.
Thank you for hosting.
Jess's Instagram is in the little thing there. Mine's in the description. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks, Hattie, for joining. And we'll see you another time.
Bye.
Bye.